Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Happy Patch Day. It's time for 7.3. How are we doing? I thought I'd look over the notes live. I took a quick glance at them before, but we got them up here. How are we doing? It could also be Happy Peach Day. I do love a good peach. Good morning, everybody. I see 14 went down last night and came back up this morning. Yeah, they do their patches like over our night, usually. Like, I think it went down at like 6 or 7 my time in the evening and came back. Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Hold on. When did that early ghost not happen? Why did that not work? There you go. You got a whole screen for it. My bad. My desktop scene doesn't have the thing set up. 1 second. I want to fix that real quick. It's just right in the middle, which is a little awkward. This. Sorry, we're doing it live. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now that should work. My bad. I don't use my desktop scene ever, so I didn't have anything set up. How are we doing, everybody? Good morning, Scarlet. Good morning, Kill. Good morning, Impale. Good morning, Nelphy. How are we this morning? Other time zones are available. I figured we'd take a quick glance at the patch notes, see what's what. I'm not gonna like do a full man read words, but we'll take a quick glance at it, before we dive in. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. I am flashbanging myself with the patch page. It's so bright. Sorry about that. You can see it's actually lighting up my face. Yeah. We're proud to present. There will be spoilers technically in the patch notes. I think they try to hide most of the stuff, but just a warning. At least, like, names and such will be in here. So. Be wary. Doing alright, can't complain. Trying to get the Stalker Anomaly modded with a minimap. A minimap would be nice, huh? It did look cool. I hung out for a little bit yesterday. I've never played one of the Stalker games, but I always thought they were cool. They're a cool concept. Sort of an alt history Chernobyl thing. Or maybe an accurate history. I don't know what goes on in Chernobyl. Yeah, that was the official game. Anomaly is a fan made mesh of all the maps and mechanics together kind of sandbox. Oh, that's neat. even harder. Oh boy. Good luck. That's awesome, though. Yeah. I hope everybody's excited. This is my first time being able to like be up to date for a Final Fantasy patch, so I'm like super hyped today. So let's take a look. What am I most excited for in 14's patch? We get more story. These the big patches, so 7.3, like 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, are always story patches. So we get more main story. Gil. The main story will continue. Yeah, so that's what I'm most excited for. I don't even know what else they're adding. We're about to find out. This is all in there. You also never played this many patches in a row before. You've always quit the game and abandoned your friends. What do I say to that? That's what I say to that. Story's always good. So I guess buying expansions is kind of like a season pass then? Yeah, basically. You get the expansion itself, and then you get a bunch of bonus content as they sort of bridge one expansion to the other. They also add a bunch of like things like raids and dungeons, and they also do balance changes and all that. It's also, you know, like your classic patch. They add a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you get more game per game with your expansion purchase. Also, because of how they do free trials, you don't even need to buy most of the expansions nowadays. You buy like the complete edition, and it's like Dawn Trail plus the rest. So pretty neat. But yeah, let's take a look, shall we? We're proud to present the patch notes for the Promise of Tomorrow. That's the name of this patch. It follows the Warrior of Light. That's us. They aid a struggling Alexandria in the conclusion of the Dawn Trail story. This patch also features a second installment in the Alliance Raid series, Echoes of Vanadiel. New trial, new treasure dungeon, Vault Oniron. I messed up the free trial and paid them, so I'm no longer allowed it. Yeah, they'll get you. But speaking of free trial, got him. I have a command now. I have commands. Also, I did want to link this in chat for those who want to look at it themselves. And then I need to do this. How do I pin a message? Why does the OBS chat thing make this so difficult to do? Not make me open up the thingy. Where's that? Non-mod settings. I don't know how to pin. I don't know how to pin a message, I suppose. Well, it's there. I'll figure it out later. Let's see. It also brings a new stage to Crystalline Conflict, which is the PvP. And there are a number of refinements in addition to the game, such as chat bubbles, which will be fun. We'll turn that on. and portrait mode for a group pose. Neat. There's still some stuff that'll come in like sub patches, of course. This is sort of how they lay the patches out. You can see what expansion they're related to, right? I just learned that Sonic has a pickle and lime slushy. I think you should drink it on stream. That actually, I'm down. I'm down with that. I haven't seen a Sonic up here. Certainly they exist. But I should check that out. So yeah, we do main scenario quests. Targeted tragedy, which I need to go to the back room for, obviously. We're caught up to there, and there's a bunch of quests. See? Chronicle of a New Era quest. This is the Alliance raid, I believe. They've added some tutorials to some of the quests. That's a nice touch. Leading through objectives such as transporting special objects or escorting NPCs, a window of supplementary information will be displayed. It's a tutorial, like that. Phoenix Down has been added to Call of the Sea. I think I glanced and they had like they also got stuff in New Game Plus. I think they changed Phoenix Downs a little bit. New gemstone rewards in Tuliolo. Excuse me. We get new treasure maps for new zones, or for the latest zones. Altaneron has been added. Special instance. A treasure dungeon, whatever a treasure dungeon is. A hypno slot machine. I thought that said something different. It's like, that's weird. Must be used to perform an invocation. I don't know what this is. We'll find all. I'm not too concerned about like figuring out what the actual content stuff is. We're just taking a glance. New furniture from the furniture design quest, or furnishing design contest. Just literal weight rack. Okay. Seeds. Yeah, I haven't been to Sonic in years, Impale. Basically since I moved up here. I love Sonic though, or I did. Maybe it's terrible now. We got new Gold Saucer stuff. We got some cute little t-shirts. Looks like. Maybe some like khaki type stuff as well. Some casual wear. There's new triple triad things. Impale login. Sorry, Nelfie login. Impale doesn't like triad. Mahjong stuff. Duty support has been added for more for Cutter's Cry in Realm Reborn, which is the yeah. There was the town I grew up in. There was one like basically in between school and my home, so it was a frequent, stop in. It's too salty for me. I don't like salt. I've been decreasing my intake. Now I just Tastes so much salt. Fast food places use fair. You play triple triad, just don't stop the MSQ to do it. Tell me it does. Okay, fair. Well, there's new cards. And new NPC opponents as well. There you go. I don't know if Nelvy's still looking, because he might be trying to avoid spoilers. So. We got some new Domain Mahjong things. I have not touched Mahjong ever. So I don't even know what Domain. I don't know what the difference between Domain Mahjong and just Mahjong is. But yeah, Cutter's Cry is now available with the NPC duty support system, which is cool. Same with the Mesa Terminal, which is a Dawn Trail dungeon. Thought you could already. Wondrous Tales. They've got new prizes for silver certificates. They're using the new treasure maps as a reward. They've got it, and they've added some duties that you can roll. Yeah, Triple Triad mentioned. Hey, Nelpy, how you doing? Yeah, there's new cards. Added more cards. Been tabbed out working. That's fair. I don't like to assume that you're in or out, you know. But I thought I'd mention it. TT Senseless Tingling. They've been steadily adding stuff. You got to get on your card collection game again. I still haven't done much. I don't quite understand Triple Triad. Let's see. Yep. So yeah, Wondrous Tales been updated. Some raids have been grouped together into a raid series, I guess. I don't know what that means. Beyonce bought you an IRL Triple Triad board and cards. Was that recently? I didn't know that. Or did I know that? That's awesome, though. That's sick. That's awesome. I think I posted that in Discord when I did. Maybe. It seems vaguely familiar now that you mention it. But that was a year ago. That was over a year ago. Somewhere around a year ago. Too long. My brain. They need to go slay bosses in IRL to get their cards. It's true. That's true. This is a nice buff. Wondrous Tales now features a list of the duties for each objective, so you can actually tell what you need. It also lets you go straight to the duty finder for it. Craig, Master of Accounting. Exactly. Available trial. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Something, whatever a faux hollow is, has been updated. Duties have been recorded. Have been updated. Maximize length button has been added to the foraging expeditions. I also don't know what that is. Here's the important parts, though. New hairstyle options have been added for the Vieira. And also for the Hrothgar. For your styling. Also, bangs will now be displayed when you're wearing headgear such as hoods, which previously hid them. But not all gear. Some gear. A large number of headgear items will now display when worn by the Vieira and Hrothgar. Yep. You can wear a lot more hats. And certain headgear items will now allow you to toggle whether you want to see your ears through the hats. So there you go. Clarinet changes. Some new emotes have been added. The following emotes can now be used while sitting on the ground. But obviously, only your upper body will move. That's pretty neat. Now, you can get some sitting. Also, overthink, insist, and converse. Battle system. We got buffs and nerfs. Just gonna quick zoom through these. Monk looks like it got buffed with the AOE portion of their these attacks now having less damage from 40 to 35%. Dragoon, same deal. The AOE portion of these couple of skills has gone from 50%, or the reduction has gone from 50% to 40%. So a buff. Ninja looks like it got some potency buffs on some stuff all around. So buffs. Samurai. Looks like the same deal that everybody else is getting. AoE potency is better off. Neat. Reaper. Recast time for an ability has been reduced significantly from 15 to 5 seconds. Obviously, I don't know anything about most of these classes, so I'm just sure I'll zoom into it. Also the same for it. Its AoE potency reductions have been reduced. Uh-oh. We got nerfs. Viper's been nerfed. So it's gone from 50% to 60%. Looks like 60 to 65 on a lot of these, 50 to 60. So Viper is now a little worse AoE-wise. Bard. That's buffed. Looks like all buffs for their things. A couple things. Machinist. We got some buffs. Looks like some potency buffs and some AoE potency buffs. Yep. Summoner. This one I actually know something about. Looks like same dealy though. Potency buffs, AoE potency buffs, straight up potency buffs, and AoE potency buffs on that one. Yep. Buffs all around, looks like. Red Mage. Potency buffs. Oh yeah, give it to me. Potency buffs to some of the burst combo attack skills. AoE stuff from some of their specials from the burst is also improved. Vice of Thorn's got a decent buff. Impact. Peripherulence also buffed. Picto is nerfed again. Probably still very good. Yep. Picto's nerfed. Picto nerfed. 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 Looks like the overarching theme is Picto and Viper got nerfed. Several others got buffed as far as DPS classes go. Mostly it looks like they were improving some AoE stuff. It can't be stopped. All things will be paint in the end. All things must be painted. It's very interesting. I wonder what other game features paint as a major mechanic. Or major um, thing. Buffs to healers. Ah! What? Is that also not in here? Dang it. How dare y'all show how many things are broken in my thing. How dare. Scene. The point made. Let's see if I'll see if I fixed it.
I too am, but I'm also wee. So the wee balances the.
Yes. But yes, I was talking about Clear Obscure. I guess Epic Mickey is also a game in which you paint as a weapon. I suppose. But yes. Thank you, Kill. White Mage. AoE buffs. This is very interesting. And also some actual potency increases for damage. Very interesting. Scholar, same deal. We got some AoE buffs on their AoE stiffs. Also, visuals have been adjusted to better match the actual range. Yep, AoE buffs. And then some a little bit of potency for something. AoE buffs. Yeah. AoE buffs all around for the healers for their AoE skills. I'm surprised, actually. Because, like, this is not trivial. 15 to 20 yelms. For, like, all these. That's, like, a decent AoE improvement. Which should make healers' lives easier and everyone getting healed by the healers' lives easier. And then, yeah, they got a little bit of damage buffs, too. No changes have been made to status effects, looks like. Yeah, they've changed Phoenix Downs. Can now be used on players outside of your party. Can be used in combat in public areas. Can be used in combat while undertaking certain types of duties, like instance dungeons, guild levies, 4-player trials, treasure dungeons, deep dungeons, field operations, variant dungeons. I just wish I could get a DPS rotation from Astrologian instead of using the one attack over and over. Listen, maybe next patch. Maybe next patch. Updated to their description to account for that. Bigger range, but also they take longer to cast and have a recast timer that shares with other medicines. It can be stacked to 999, just in case. You can buy them from places as well. Neat. Progress bar can now be displayed under the nameplate of certain enemies. The general tab of display name settings. Enabled by default. New dungeon, Mesa Terminal has been added. A bunch of hidden things have been added. Whatever this thing is has been added. Drop rate for something has been added. Or updated, increased. The alliance raids have been added. Things gotten cheaper. I'm zooming through the rest of these. This is like content updates, which we'll find out. We'll do it live. They made some adjustments to Occult Crescent, where you can do some stuff. Gotcha. Yeah. Various changes to where duties and such are, you know. They've updated Cutter's Cry as well. Sure. PvP updates. I'm not going to spend any time on this. I don't PvP. Except for when I'm frontlining. And then it really doesn't matter what these numbers are. I don't know what any of them do. Improvements to visibilities of PvP actions is always nice, though. Oops. Trophy crystals for the PvP. Series 9 will be held from patch 7.3 to 7.4. Get stuff. New PvP arenas. New timer thingy on medicine kits, whatever those are. 2 new tiers. Again, I don't know anything about PvP, so look at that on your own if you want. I don't know what this. Season 15 and Season 16 will begin. I don't know what that means. Paladin and Warrior damage updates in Frontline. A bunch of new items have been added. New recipes, etc., etc. Renames. They've updated some die channels on things. That's always fun. They've had, like, they have all these have 2 die channels. They've added some stuff you can equip regardless of gender. Always nice. Gamepad stuff. Cool. New fish. There are new fish for those fishers out there. Fisher people. Level cap for census has been increased. Crafted item level 740 equipment can now be exchanged for an upgraded item level 750 equivalent. Just need some stuff. Nice. Try. A lot of stuff for mechanics I haven't done yet, so we're just going to scroll right through. Yeah. So those are asking how a patch is working in Final Fantasy. It's kind of like this. There's a lot of changes. New mounts have been added. Oh my god. He's adorable. There's now a mounting animation for mounts when boarding a mount. New chocobo barding, new minions, including these cuties. New fashion accessories. New face wear. You could be Cyclops from X-Men, I guess, if you wanted. That deep dungeon change is potentially a game changer. Yeah. Graphical updates. Graphical adjustments have been made to player character models based on feedback from the community. I'm not going to pop over to that. Just find it out live. You can also get a free Fantasia from the Wandering Moogle in Old Gridania because of the changes, in case you need to tweak your thing from the player model updates. Of course. So yeah, don't forget to do that, chat. Go grab your new Fantasia. They've updated some gear graphics, some gear looks. You love it. Love to see it. And we have chat bubbles now, without the extension. Lord, that could be questionable. My character already looks derpy. Hey, well now you can Fantasia. Fantasias are the potion to let you redesign your character. You can change race, you can change gender, you can just tweak the hairstyle, I guess. Although I don't know if you need a Fantasia for that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I even look any different, I guess. Chat bubbles have been implemented, allowing messages to be displayed above characters' heads. Neat. They're disabled by default. I'll go ahead and turn them on. When we get into the game, general tab, log window settings, character configuration. Chat bubbles will not display when using performance actions during battle or during PvP. Makes sense. When enabled, there's an additional setting to display your own messages. Sure. When multiple chat bubbles overlap, the most recent one will be in the foreground. Cool. They have a fixed width and character limit. Sure. They'll have trailing ellipses. Keep that in mind. Neat. Different chat modes have different bubbles. So do say, yell, or shout. Chat bubbles from players who are blacklisted or muted will be hidden, with only a few exceptions. Furthermore, words blocked by the filter. By filters will be questioning. Did I play through this entire playlist? Oops. Sorry, I've got stream tunes on in the background. Let's see. Display range for players and monsters have been increased. Nice. Should be normal. Multiple field instances. And removing some multiple instances. God, is this advert song? I don't know what you mean. Our new dog grooming tool makes hair removal a breeze. Are they using a StreamTunes song for that ad? That's hilarious. Because these are StreamTunes is a service that makes DMCA free music. It's not copyright free. It's obviously still copyrighted. It's DMCA free. They allow it for use for like content and streaming and such, which is why I use it for our break music and such. And royalty free as well. Yeah. Yes, it's all the scam ads use it. Yeah, I mean, it's literally the content creator playlist. It's just one of the ones I use. I'm not scam. New achievements. Yay. Retainers can do more retaining. New portrait accents. I still haven't made my portrait. We got some group pose updates. Chromatically aberrate if you want. Portrait mode has been added. Simulates the framing of vertical shots. Neat. Based on a 16:9 screen ratio. Cool. Cute. We love additional screenshot settings. I know you're not scam. You know, it's worth saying. No scam. No scammerino. Stickers. So yeah, I should probably make a portrait or a profile thing at some point. More filters. The jog status effect. Now notice has been removed when participating in certain activities, including some PvP. And also when you're doing transporting. It was already not working while you're transporting, but the icon was there. Gotcha. Can't jog while afflicted in sprint, or while in a deep dungeon, while with you got the sprint penalty on. Glamour's button has been added to the window displayed when examining player equipment. Oh, okay. Cool. Blacklist things. Sorry, we're trying to get through this. Then we can dive in. I may make this an actual video. I might throw this up on the YouTube as well. Cut this section out. But, now just transparency of the chat prompt, or quality setting? Oh, object quantity settings, sure. Following options have been added to system config. Character display range. Yep, bunch of new settings have been added. You can display the progress bar like they were talking about earlier. Commands to turn your ears on and off. As of Viera. Pin command to make some notes. New emote. Backgrounds after you completed a thing. They resolved a bunch of issues, which I'm not going to read through. This is a lot of things they have seemingly fixed. Look at all that. Look at all those bugs they fixed. Done. There's still some known issues, though, of course, because this is a video game. There's always known issues. Don't yell at devs. Sometimes things take longer to fix. Yeah, there we go, I think. I think that's all the things. Cool. If you turn ears off, do you go deaf? I don't know. You'd have to ask the Viera. I don't have a Viera myself. I don't know if their bunny ears are cosmetic or like functional. Like I don't know if they have like also human style ears, because sometimes they do that with like bunny races, right? I don't know. Impale has a Viera. You'll have to let us know if he turns his ears off, if the sound goes out. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like some buffs. I got some red mage buffs and some summoner buffs as well. No black mage buffs this time, but we got enormously buffed earlier, so I'm fine with that. And then we still got stuff coming in like the intermediate patches, 7.1, 7.31, 7.35, etc. Yeah. Cool. Actually go over to the game scene. You can do it. Yeah. How are we doing? Close these patch notes as well. And pause the music, which I can't hear anymore anyway. How are we doing? Control 0 to slash marker myself. So yeah, I'll probably put the that patch notes read through up on the main YouTube, just to have it. Not a ton of thoughts personally, and I know we sort of sped run through it a little bit, but I might throw it up there anyway. Yeah, this is what my summoner looks like right now, by the way. I even left his hat on just because it fits how ridiculous I look in general. So, but let's hop into the actual game, shall we? While I'm waiting, anybody have any thoughts on the patch? Anybody checked anything out yet? Been in at all? I know it hasn't been that long because we're actually on the forefront. So if you are hanging out with me and not one of the probably 7,345,752 other people streaming, thank you. I don't know how many 14 people are alive right now. I assume it's a few. I assume it is a few. Patch note speedrun game is updated. Yep. Yep. Yeah, GGG occasionally will put a patch note out that's just like, continue to make incremental improvements to sound and graphics. Like usually at the end of whatever their notes are, because they're like, we're not gonna list out every texture we updated. They were updated. Lunch arrived and it smells so good. What you having? What you having? Good. I'm going to go to Black Mage. This, I think. I won't dive into the MSQ until after the after our first break here. Just so we can vibe and chill for a little bit, chat. You know what I find concerning? When the calculator app requires updates. Like, what was it doing wrong all this time? Listen, sometimes, you know, math gets an update. Doesn't happen very often. Sometimes you gotta patch math. Lo mein with hibachi, scallops, and grilled zucchini and onions. That does sound real tasty. That sounds so good. Also just installed Stalker 2 and holy heck, it turns out my GPU has fans. Turns out it's the first time you've heard them spin. Ah, you're actually putting your GPU through its paces. Making it work for its dinner. Love it. I love it. We're just gonna run around here for a little bit. We've only got a couple minutes to our first break, so we'll banter a little bit because I know many people will want to look away once we start. Because yes, fairly obviously, the new main story stuff that is literally just come out will be spoilers for the main story. So, you know, once we get back from our first break, we'll be diving into that. So feel free to mute me or look away or whatever you need to do. I of course appreciate it. If you don't close the tab. But if you do, I get it. I get it. It's one of the harder games to run, so we'll see. Managed to grab the game cheap from a deal site. Fair enough. Yeah, good luck. She'll stare intently. We got aversions and intentions. The Blue Mage quest. I wonder why I haven't done that. I'm level 26. That was a level 20 Blue Mage quest. Theoretically, I can. I'm thinking about picking up Alchemist as well. But also, I was gonna work on my goldsmith over the like yesterday, but turns out I have no idea how to level a crafter. I've completely forgotten all of how it works. So I didn't. But I want to learn alchemy so that I can deal with these faded thingies. The faded orchestrion rolls, which I guess is alchemy based. Because I'm the rabbit hole of crafting, there's no coming back. Yeah, I know. I've definitely remember spending too much time crafting in every MMO I've ever played. If you get a dual sense control if the haptics work? Yeah, maybe. They might. Sometimes that stuff works. Might also depend on how it's how you're running it though. I'm running I run 14 in the standalone launcher. I'm not running it through Steam or anything. And I know Steam has some like controller support built in. Like beyond the just plug and play stuff. The actual act of crafting is complicated, and being away from that system for a couple of years makes me go, no, 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 when I try reading through my abilities. Yeah. Yeah, like, I hit this button, I'm like, yep. I know what all this is. So I need some things, but I also need to make sure my craftsmanship's there, and I need those things, and then... Yep, so basically I immediately shut down. I was like, nah, I'll do it later. I will do it on stream when I can beg some people in chat to teach me how to craft again, basically. When we got some time. I adore about the crafting system, actual mechanics. Yeah, you actually have to press buttons on this one. Let's see, what is it? My goldsmith. My goldsmith looks like a goldsmith too. Like this looks like somebody who'd make you some jewelry. Yeah, it's like, hey, this one increases your progress. This one increases your quality. This restores durability. It increases your quality, but also requires no CP. This one also increases your progress. So does this one, but differently. Do nothing. This restores some CP. Like, oh, okay. And there's these. And synthesis. I'm only level, what? Yeah, 56. Like, I'm only 56, so I don't even know what, like, high level goldsmithing looks like, right? I could use it being a little simpler. I think gathering is what I like to do. Crafting being complicated deters me when I've gotten the skills. Fair enough. I do like gathering. It's a very zen activity to just like do runs, right? Just do like loops. Made a macro for it on PS5. Honestly, I would too for that. 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. 2. Yeah. We've got our first break coming up here, chat. Thank y'all for hanging out while we did our little quick patch reading. It felt appropriate, right? If it was terrible and you hated it, let me know. I won't do it again. But I think it was... It's always nice to sort of get an idea of what's going on with the changes. But yes, as per usual, we take our breaks when the stream takes a break. So, aka when the ads run. Keeping the ads on the schedule keeps pre-rolls from happening. Pre-rolls are the devil, so we do our best to avoid them. I recommend and encourage and prefer if y'all also take this opportunity to take a break yourselves. Get up, perhaps move around, even just stretch a little bit in your chair, change positions. Maybe grab some water, grab a snack, rest your eyes for like 15, 30 seconds, whatever. And then we'll be back here in about 3-ish minutes to actually dive into 7.3, now that we've all caught up. So, stay tuned, everybody, and we will be RB. Welcome back, everyone. Are we ready to do this thing? Boy past ready. Oh my god, streamer, stop stalling. How are we doing? Let's do it. Go. So, again, very current, up-to-date, latest part of the game, spoilers. Things like this. Brand new story. Brand new. Ah! Again, I can't see them on OBS, but yeah! On-stream celebration. Thank you for the biddies. The double bit. Bits. Could be lurking. For sure. Thank you for the giant out. I do like that emote. I do like it. It's pretty basic, but it gets the point across pretty well, I think. Reminds me of the Simpsons, the Homer. The Homer meme of him, like, sliding back into the bushes. Yeah. Enjoy your lurk, Impale. We'll be here. We will be here. I'm teleporting. Place. So when last we left off, things were weird. Dude looks sick. He's got a relic weapon. I need to go relic farming. I haven't done any relicking in a long while. Let's go the right way. Yes, giant spoilers ahead. Also working a lot because of work. Scarlet Rose, for sure. For sure. Thank you for hanging out, though. Welcome. How you doing, Griso? You're here just in time. I know Final Fantasy's a weird game. What? It's the most normal game ever. This is not the one I placed another double to. That's not the. That's the. It's the raid. How you doing? You're here just in time. We're just about to start 7.3. Story. Which may mean you're here just out of time in case if you're trying to avoid spoilers yourself. So cool. There's so many people just hanging out. Happy Patch Day, everybody! Yay! How y'all doing? Hey, people everywhere. Oh, you're heading to the back room. Okay. Yes. Look away, look away. Look away, look away. Hey, Shale. So we had to deal with some, weirdness before. But now, it is time for Targeted Tragedy. Our first of the 7.3 quests. So, let's do this thing. Shale wishes a moment of your time. I hope I'm high enough item level for whatever I need to do here. I'm sure there will be new content to do. If you have a moment, Damelon, Yod wants to take stock of our current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. I assume you haven't done this yet. So maybe you have. Maybe you got in immediately. And you've already blasted through it. I've been stalling. We spent about an hour reading the patch notes earlier, so. Sorry to drag you into our meeting. We need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now.
Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first. Then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged, as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people. They wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, at least. But if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before.
The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that could override it with such impunity?
His name is Calyx. He lived in the age of the Storm Surge, just as I did.
Getting some Calyx backstory. Very interesting that he presumably is endless, but he's still got like a medical thingy, maybe, happening here. Don't know. It's very curious. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe he's not endless. Maybe he's like got vampire juice. Vampire juice? Yeah, vampire juice.
Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day.
Vampire juice, so blood. I was trying to make a distinction between the two, but I don't know that there is one, yeah. It was like, you know, vampire juice. Because I think I realized halfway through that just saying he's got a little thingy pumping blood in is not. It's kind of just how people work. Don't know. Unless you're like liquefying vampires and drinking them. Hey, maybe it's maybe we're turning the vampires into ether. I'll pronounce it differently every time I say it. And then, like, pumping that directly into his veins. I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough. Exploring treatments for leaven sickness, designing Riverkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help?
I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated. that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince the Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured to the 5,000 who register their neo-regulators. This is merely one point of Calix's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he'll draw aether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create an endless 1,000-fold. Vegan vampires, they live off of V8. You know? I could see that. I could see that. I love some V8, personally. To foil Calix's schemes, our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which unfortunately is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you.
While Google, John, and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up. We'll search for any information that might lead us to Calix. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time. I'd be glad to have some brawlers at the back. That's me. I'm a brawler.
Count me in. Ah, and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep. So shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9?
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, too. I appreciate the company.
I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Landsguard. Bring in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Turiala. Alphino and Alice will be joining me for the meeting. The three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join a Damlon's group, if you'll have me.
Or try not to die. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier. As long as you're aware of the dangers.
Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. Oh, I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid.
No change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calix. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. Let's catch up, or continue this outside. Let's catch up outside. Just dump ketchup on it. I'd rather not. I am not a ketchup enjoyer, personally. Don't love it. This is why everybody's standing around here, huh? I see. It's always funny to see people group up before, or like in an area where a NPC will be, but you're not in the right quest state to see them. It's just people standing in a group. What's the plan? I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? Are you alright, Good? I'm well enough, given the circumstances. was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration.
Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot give is the way Calix wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calix, not anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choice for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens.
Think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us?
It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later, find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. I was surprised and bewildered. I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy.
Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know when or if or when even, battle might find us.
Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just such an eventuality.
Oh.
Huh. Sphene has a grimoire, huh? Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle?
Is she scholaring it up now?
Yes. My parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It'd certainly be more efficient for information gathering.
I guess that makes sense. 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Demelin and I will take the east.
Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past Trueview and await you there.
Nods. Nods all around. I have started to concept a nodding version of our little wraith duder. I need to figure out how I want to do it still. But since we hit 10 sub points, thank y'all very much for that, by the way, means we get a new emote slot. So I've got another emote slot I can fill. But the fact that I haven't really filled the ones I have. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or 2 that we didn't know before. Here's the tutorial stuff that we talked about in the patch. What escorting entails. Certain duties required that they accompany you. You must keep them at your side. They'll stay at your side even when using teleport or the Aethernet, as long as you stay in the same area. It's possible to ride mounts or swim while escorting NPCs. Please note, they will not appear at your side until you dismount or leave the water. You may also speak with NPCs while escorting them. Furthermore, you may encounter conversation points, additional topics. You can also part ways. Yep, we know how the mechanic works, but now we have an actual tutorial thingy. See, now he's following us. Look at that. Let's run in the correct direction. Somebody in here that wants to talk? Zoom! Yeah, woo slots. Yeah. We love new slots. Yeah, for those not aware, Twitch gives additional emote slots for hitting certain sub-thresholds. I believe once you've hit the threshold once, that they're just, you keep them. I don't think it, like, it won't, like, go away if I, throw it back below. Have a chat with Geode before we do anything else. Discuss trivia. Oh, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had to work the next day. Once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning or afternoon. The worst I ever got was when what should have been the worst day of my life. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale. Although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. Didn't know that? You didn't know about the unlocking additional emotes thing? No? Yeah. Yeah, if you look in the your dashboard on like the emotes panel, like the emotes page, down at the bottom it'll have like a little progress bar. You need to hit this mini. Additional like static and I think it's a static animated one. I think it's different for threshold. Yeah. It's pretty neat. I said talk to this other guy. I'll talk to this one first. Hello. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So, if you're still hesitant, you have not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friend. There's only a few slots left. It's gonna get very ugly. Hey, kiddo. Actually, there's no reason for me to think this is a child. I don't actually know what child Lalas look like. Do we see any kid Lalafels in 14? Or do they just like pop out like yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we haven't seen a baby Lala. Yeah, we have. But yeah, like no like child age. Yeah, I guess we have seen at least one baby Lalafell. Kind of an important one. Are the sentries and airwheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's gonna happen again. Maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neo-regulator. Coming endless is the only way. Even Queen's Fiend said so. I keep like accidentally running towards the raid quest. I don't know what. Oh yeah, well, that was we were unlocking that other raid. I was like, what was Dramatis Persona that I never did? Oh.
You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. There's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His airwheel dropped right out of the sky. Survived the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday. I thought I understood what that meant. Until it happened. I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard we hadn't considered during a discussion with everyone in the back room. All these. Look at the fights are likely to break out. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report. You sure there wasn't anything else? Is it this last one? The victim was... Yeah, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always run regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. I didn't know there was an actual, like, wrong answer to this. Apparently. We got it in 2, though. Not the detail we normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It's pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. It was a weird conversation to be having right next to a dude who just told us about his friend dying. The timing on that conversation was a little scuffed. Ammo. Run! Yeah. Run over here. Hey, MSQ. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for the check-in as well. Welcome, welcome. We're doing some brand new 14th story. Brand new. Patch just dropped. Like early this morning, basically. Hover cargo. Once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of the names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages, the old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. Fair. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Sentry. Hello. How are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. Robot voice. I've been practicing it. We've had a non-zero number of robots to play as. Thank you. Thank you though. Content's about 8 hours old. Yeah, I know. I'm so slow to play it.
Full 8 hours. Let's see, how late was I for Dawn Trail in general? When did Dawn Trail come out? Like last year sometime? Like late last year? Let's not even talk about like how late I was for like Shadowbringers, or Endwalker, or Stormblood, or Realm Reborn, for that matter. You wish to know if the people that have died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators. I'm sorry, I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present when I arrived, but I assume the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite the chore to clean up. Nothing else worthy of mention. I think it's time we rejoined Kryle's team. I was half joking with my boast to Shale. We may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kryle say to meet them in the plaza just outside Trueview? How's it going? Yes, very interesting. Because yeah, there was the weird, like some people like got dusted like a Buffyverse vampire, strangely enough. And nobody was wearing regulators. Like none of the yeah, there was 19 people died, but the number of people wearing regulators that died was 0. Suspicious. Almost like this was some kind of targeted attack and not random. Yeah, I bought a 12-pack of the incredibly sugary special edition Mountain Dew. Had to have my gamer fuel, not the brand, but my gamer fuel, Mountain Dew, you know, for the new patch. Same. Probably because I kept the IV in all night, so not to be able to use it. I don't know. That's no good, Nesical. I hope you feel better. Fine, I just get stabbed a lot. Hopefully that's by, well, not hopefully really, but I assume that's by needles, not just, you know, you getting shanked. I hope. I hope. Like, needles are, you know, needles are bad enough, but probably preferable to, you know, just, like I don't know, I get stabbed on a weirdly regular basis. I get shanked in the corner every night. Oof. Wish I had those drinks. I'm hypoglycemic, shaking at the moment. Kill! Go get something to eat and drink. Had to make a pint-sized chilled coffee. Yeah, you need something. No diarrhea. Not diarrhea. Also none of that. But no dying on stream. Or while you're on my stream even. It's not the Ides of March yet. It's true. You can only get stabbed on March 15th. it is known. Oh, you had your food, just waiting for it to kick in? Okay, good. I require y'all to take care of yourselves. Do as I say, not as I do. So essentially, you're saying the people who are killed by the malfunctioning machines wearing regulators? Bodies suck. I need to become a digital entity. Hey, what do you know? Do I have a totally not sketchy technology idea for you? Just become an endless. It's totally not you dying and them downloading your memories and creating a simulacra using that memories. It's totally the same thing. Yeah, don't die. Aria. It's good. That's good life advice, frankly. If you're thinking about it, just don't. The numbers are still tentative. Only apply to that one zone. I don't know how those stack up against the overall data, but it's definitely more than a coincidence. Take it right now, about now. Everything not diarrhea. Fair. Yeah. I mean, that's what this whole storyline's about. People, you know, are in the same boat where they want to avoid all the body nonsense that one has to deal with by having a body. But yeah, there are some downsides. I think it's safe to say that anyone who removed the regulator was a priority target. This side effect's worse than broken spine. Yeah, I don't know. That would have to be I think that would have to be a personal call. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe so. They are weird. It is a whole thing. But yeah, it's an interesting conundrum, though. And yeah, I'm sorry, Mescal, for having to deal with all that. I feel for you. Now that you mention it, the people I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing, or the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one. But why? Why are we being targeted over everyone else? Why are they being targeted? Because it's all a scam. Think slowly on the lack of a neo-regulator. We cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they simply failed to acquire one in the limited devices. I'm fine, I'm alive, I'm surviving, that's what matters. That's right. We continue. We continue. It's one of the taglines for Claire Obscure. Also a nice philosophy in general. We continue. Adorable. Oh, you like Kryl? Kryl? Oh, you have Claire? You played Claire Obscure? Let's go. It's such a good game. Such a good game. So good. I have not, but I'm going to. Watch a lot of the gameplay, but only have semi-spoilers. Yeah, try to go into it as spoiler light as you can. But yeah, I'd super recommend it. It's my game of the year currently. Might be it's way up there on my games of all time. Honestly. I know about a big sad regarding capital G, but not much else. That is a big one. But yeah, try to avoid as much as you can, because it makes a difference. And there's a lot going on in that story. Yeah. That's where
I too am. But I'm also wee. So the wee balances the.
that's where that redeem comes from. That's where that redeem comes from. Is yep, that's SKA. It comes from Claire. Yep, it's gorgeous. The music's incredible. Yeah, they knocked it out of the park. Yeah, I did a whole playthrough on stream. That's cool. Did a whole playthrough. I didn't 100% the game or anything because there's just so much game. But I did a whole playthrough of it. Love it. Love the game. It's on Game Pass as well. If that is more budget friendly for people, go play Clair Obscur. I'll tell everybody who likes, honestly, everybody who likes Final Fantasy. If you like Final Fantasy and have enjoyed it over the years, you'll probably also enjoy Clair Obscur. I think I read this line already. Yep. Yeah, for real, for real. Absolutely. It blew me away.
Those who wear no regulator at all. They've clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Or another way, they've chosen to live their lives with the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances of such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic.
There's no need to kill anyone. Sorry, not you, kill. Double L kill. I played Claire once I finished Final Fantasy 6 and 13.2 and SMT 5 and Persona 3. Yeah, that's fair. No kill anyone. Not kill in the ass. Kill anyone. It's your evil twin. Yeah, no, that's fair. There are many video games and RPGs are long. I'm bad about completing games too. But now that I stream them, I tend to complete them. Tend to complete more. Thank you for the gigantic the rage kill. I love it. I got killed. Bitch. I played Breath of the Wild like 5 times. Yo. Love some gay biddies. Thank you so much, Nesical. You getting auto corrected. Thank you so much. Thank you both for the bits. Much appreciated. Yeah, autocorrect is just getting worse. I guess biddies isn't, you know, a real word. So, and gay bottles are cool. Yeah, I also like those. Not exactly sure what that means, but I'm in. Any bottles gay if you want it to be. It's true. Is true. The way things were, the people were fearful enough. You could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness.
You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service of another scheme. Or yet some other need for the lives he's taken?
Yeah, what are the dust we found at various sites? You gonna lurk while I finish up the IV? Thanks for the stream? Of course, Inesco. I hope you have a great day and enjoy your lurk. I hope it goes well. All that good stuff. You take care of yourself. We'll be here doing our thing. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah. Right. The sanitation worker's story. She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Yeah, they were dusted like Buffy vampires. If anyone's watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when she kills things, they burst into dust. Including their clothes, which is never, like, really explained. Just sort of run with it.
Dust, but no bodies. And where have I heard that before? Recall when we went to save Erinville from the sentries and outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us much the same thing.
He did. He did. In case you're wondering why this is a little recappy for everyone who's like been catching up with me, it's because there's gaps in between when they release these patches, so they want to make sure people remember things.
When I arrived, I found no body,
Only a pile of dust,
as the wind quickly scattered.
confused. I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
Yes. Both memories speak of the missing remains as suspicious enough. The shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at the other sites, and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calix's murderous actions.
Yes. Kill. Potentially TMI. Is anyone else's beard randomly produce incredibly thick, short hairs? Just pulled one out. It's like the width of 4 hairs. I don't. I feel like I've had that happen before. Not recently, but I feel like I've had that happen. Sometimes, you know, sometimes hair follicles go a little crazy. They go a little crazy. My hair is relatively thick anyway. Like, it's fairly, like, thick, regardless. So maybe I just don't notice. Human bodies are weird, Kill. It's all all wonky. Oh, so you terrified me in that PoE2 video. I saw your comment. Yes, there's a reason I have a beard. There's a reason I embraced the beard life. It's because I have 0 chin. I have a negative chin. So, like many others before me, this works for me. Lack of facial hair was unsettling. Yeah, it's not a great look. I didn't realize how ungreat of a look it was until I started streaming. And I could, staring at my own face all day. Which is why we went with the beard. It is shockingly different, because I'm so used to wizard beard. Yeah. I do need to trim this a little bit. I need to, like, even it out and figure out what I'm doing with the shaping. That's hard. But it works out pretty well. Looks alright. It's very gray, which is just traumatizing, but that's getting old. Damlin, we need your help. I've lost controls over the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Bolivia members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? Like it? Think it suits you? Yeah, I like it too. I think it works out. I dig it. I dig it. Damn it, our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go! I like how I was just sitting here in this cutscene while it's like the music's freaking out. It's like, it's an emergency! Oh, well, that's weird. Very unsettling. Why'd you have to do the back?
Stay away from me. Leave him alone.
All right. Yeah, no regulator.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
Sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I mean, they're still a robot. Bare hands are also technically weapons.
I'll
when
leave
you're-
matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Like when your arms are made of metal, your bare hands are also weapons. Whereas, like, humans are concerned. People. Biological creatures.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Go to them, quickly!
They have bare hands. Exactly. They have the right to bare hands. Hold on. Ooh. They have the right to bear arms, even.
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape. Mother! Mother,
God.
please! Isadora!
Alright, let's see your healing magics. Come on.
Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital. I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner. Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
You just noticed she's not doing a great job of disguising herself.
Thank you, miss.
Then again, I guess the last few times she visited, he literally couldn't move or talk. So. Every time I hear bare hands, I think of Half-Life Full Life Consequences.
Will she
That's a throwback.
sleep like that forever? No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
Yay, healing.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
This family has been through the ringer. The promise of tomorrow. Splash screen. I'm gonna marker that so I can cut the logo out for a thumbnail. But what kind of arms does the 4 bears have? Good question. I don't know. Our 4 bearers. Have a good stream, friend. It's time for science. Heck yeah. Is it abiotic today? Kill. Have fun. Have a great time. Thank you for the giant Rocky and the accompanying bits, as per usual. Yeah, have fun with a abiotic factor. Abiotic? 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 Have a good time. Maybe I'll see you there at some point. We'll see how my day goes. We'll see how my day goes. But have fun, by the way. Of course, thank you for hanging out. Do they have 4 arms or 4 arms? Or bear 4s? Therefore art thou Romeo. Yep. Yes, it is time for our next break. I already had to snooze it. Time for our next break. Then we'll continue with this. Now that we've officially got the splash screen, we're formally in 7.3. Even though technically, you know, we already were. Now we're like in it, you know? So take this opportunity to take a break as well, chat, as the ads play. Get up, move around, grab some water, grab a snack, all that good stuff. Move around a little bit. Do some stretching, perhaps. Or even just rest your eyes. And then we'll be back here in, you know, 3-ish minutes to continue this, or finish this quest up, and then continue on with the next. We got lots of 7.3 in to do, and the plot is thickening. So, looking forward to it. It's so cool being able to play this when it's new. I hope y'all are enjoying it. Because I sure am. Hey, there's another Scarlet Peacock. Hi. Oh, it's actually a Scarlet Peacock. I see. Yes. We will be back here in just 3-ish minutes, chat. So stay tuned. And BRB. Welcome back, everybody. How are we doing? Let's carry on, shall we? Carry on, my wayward son.
Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have to waste time tending my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents.
Rip. I'll take some more pasta. Yakwe is fearful.
Our comrade. I think he may have been struck down? He's wounded or worse. I should go to him. Wait, please. It isn't safe, and you still need rest. You stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me. Go tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself.
Nods. Nods. Sit up. I sat back down and immediately slouched. That's a posture check for me and a posture check for you, chat. Posturize. Got a nice... I was gonna say that this would be a nice little TV setup, but it's actually probably really obnoxious having the windows right behind your see-through TV, right? Like, probably getting glare from outside all the time. Oh. Well. There's the lightning dome, so not much sun gets through. That's true. But they did have, like, the apartment next door had all those lights. That'd probably be kind of annoying. But yeah, I guess at least there's no sun. You know? There's a bright side to everything. Including being stuck in a giant lightning dome. I suppose.
Isadora's gonna be alright then? I'm so glad. I've just finished my administrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid.
R.I.P.
That brave soul. He gave his life to save another. Gave his life. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other, and all of a sudden it tried to kill me. What happens now? Galax commanded them to commit murder.
Yeah, like... we saw one fighting the other. Right? But then the one that, like, destroyed the other one went, like, all glitchy face. Don't know what that was about. I get the impression that the one that the one robot, like, was actually trying to protect people, so it killed the malfunctioning one, but then it started malfunctioning? Yeah. Curious.
Is it over? Came as soon as
Oyakwi. That word. Yeah, it didn't go great.
I'm sorry. By the time we arrived, it was already too late.
Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him.
But why? Has something happened?
Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications.
We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though. At least we can until we can regain control over the sentries.
That's our cue.
Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, our theory holds true, and they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Oh, thanks. Here, take these communicators.
Thanks.
We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Wayakwe has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. I can stay safe. Don't die. He had said that he would sweep the surrounding area. He shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Cryle, away!
Yeah, no, this is probably fine, chat. Everything's probably cool. Hey. Carry on, my wayward son. Is this the wayward son? I think this may be a wayward daughter. I don't know. Anime children are very difficult to distinguish. But wayward daughter doesn't work for the song goof. So, you know. See no sign of Geode. Perhaps you should search further to the east. You should search this way. Hey, Geode. How you doing? You alright? We're having a sandwich. Don't really... These sandwiches aren't doing a ton for me, but... See no sign of Geode. Yakwe's voice crackles forth in the communicator. Does he know he was named after a rock of Geode? Yeah, they all have, like, rock names. Geode, answer me! No response. You should continue your search further to the east. Yeah, it's always the question, huh? Everybody's standing on top of the thing. Scooch. Scooch a little bit. Everybody's trying to get their, Everybody's trying to get their 7.3 on. I don't get to see this very often. Like, everybody also playing the game, or playing the story. Do you know sign of Geode? The neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look. Whoop. You say that, but then we go to a cutscene. This doesn't bode well for Geode.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods!
Couldn't just said, I'm cool, busy, earlier?
Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join you. That dust.
Did that person just get like all of their aether drained and thus they turn to dust?
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not
He
just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
Yep. I was right. They're vampires.
Dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
Old dude has no situational awareness. No. Not Geode. He was a blue hair bro. I feel like you'd almost reload it.
You can't be here. You need to run now.
Oh, that's messed up.
A trap.
Damn.
Take care of the others, eh?
No. Rip Geode.
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe? Geode!
All we're gonna find is the dust too, aren't we? Ugh. That sucks. R.I.P. There's sevens in chat for Geode.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
I really don't like him.
Calix. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
Don't.
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years.
Ow. This guy sucks.
Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to Ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance.
Yeah, it would feel real good if I just blow it up.
Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promised to halt my harvest?
No. Yeah, you'd only seek other victims.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
Let me
I
nuke them
return to
up.
my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Not happening. Damn. Okay. Doesn't he need that? I expected he would run away with the full cell. Ugh. Doing FC recruiting in Solution 9, huh? I guess because everybody's here. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind. Was that his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calix. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might even say every death was justified. If it meant 5,000 endless could continue their immortal lives. If reflections stole an aether and allowed for many more endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. You'd think that. Not I. But endless version of you did. Certainly not I. We know only too well
There's not noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx. Put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, Damelon. It falls to us. We will, thwart his plans here in Alexandria, before he can terrorize the innocents and reflections elsewhere. "14 doing its punch you in the gut thing again. No rest for the psyche. Final Fantasy 14. Gripped by sadness, Sphene spurs herself to action. We should return to the back room. Trail and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Oyakwe to meet us there as well. Oof. Yep, R.I.P.
Our dear Geode. The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
Wait, where are you going?
To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
No.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure Nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding.
That would be nice. We got some scores to settle.
Not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with that.
They're just gonna release that ether? 'Cause certainly they're not gonna actually like make him embless. I guess they could technically do that. Certainly they're not going to. Don't think he would have wanted that. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. He was like an older brother to nostalgia in me. Shale knew him longer though, and surely taking this at the hardest. That's on top of what happened with Kikuya. Think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She likes to put on a brave face. Me or my sister. Yeah, we got some scores to settle, huh? Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. I need to press on with this hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. As you said, you need time to work through it. You're right. Yeah, I ought to heed my own words. It stands on use to anyone. Kikuya used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. It does help. I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if we have a shoulder to spare. Odds. Horse. Right then. Let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. And of course. Achievement. New achievements here? Ah. Bunch of hidden achievements. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged a couple of air-wheelers. They've had their communications modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Hey, we're gonna go for a blind bike ride. Ready? You're flying close to the pylon, so follow my lead. On the air-wheeler. These air-wheelers are Janelle's babies. We'll find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. For years now, I've taken one out for a turn whenever I needed to lighten my mood. They are neat. Very Star Warsy. Sometimes Geode would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. We would often talk about how, one day, we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. This is the second time we've done like one of these little trips, like airborne trips in Dawn Trail. It's a neat idea. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. You. That's helped clear my head a touch. You know, Adamelon, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit.
As I remember, at least. The memories from my regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear or best today. Yeah.
Looks like it was not free of pests. In fact, Robin, I choose you. Let's go. Clear the way of monstrous intruders. I am so out of practice. Holy crap. Definitely killed more than we needed to there. Everybody was also
Thanks. We usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path.
not that it slowed you down at all. Never seen you fight up close before. Their surveillance feed clearly doesn't do it justice. Yeesh.
Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, though. Shall we?
You got that close-up view of me pressing all of the wrong buttons. Just all of them.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
Obviously.
A will and spirit? No, Geode's memory.
Oh. What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Always.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode.
I keep looking for like changes in my player
I still
model.
wore a regulator then. I'd recently lost someone close to me.
Haven't noticed
I
any.
also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
Ah. Okay. Is that a euphemism?
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause.
This is such a real... like a real thing. A real kind of reminiscing you do.
It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier. And learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
Huh.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned.
So it was just there. Just in a locked door. In a bar.
Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course.
Let's go.
Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
Absolutely. Go blast that nerd. He thinks he's so smart. I got fireball.
I appreciate you helping me through this. Not only the grief, helped me see that my comrades mean more to me than even I realized. Which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, and then you do yours. Oblivion needs you.
More spell speed materia. Oblivion has been added to the Unending Codex. It's a big old codex of things. It doesn't end. Shale steals her heart for the work ahead.
It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kral for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that on her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Damlon?
Answer the phone.
Damlon? Is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated, even. You can wait until you finish tending the shale, of course. Seems like your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room.
Alright. What up, Fiend? Getting yourself into trouble? This is very, very neat. Ah! Honestly, just sort of got that handled, huh? I was like, I'll help. Did not need me. Let's see. Where are we headed? I didn't actually look where the quest restrictor was. I could probably teleport, but we'll run. Or, I mean, we'll run. Get our alpaca on. Look at him. Look at him run. So majestic. So spry. So full of life. Ow. don't know why I'm bothering with the bridge. Can definitely just run through the 2-inch tall lake there. That would be a river. That would be a river. It wasn't here that we got more tombstone stuff, right? Oh, it was in Tuliala, I think. The Tuliala vendor is still not talking to me. Robin, please get with me. Oh, hey. I think Calf here is wearing some of the new MGP gear. That little t-shirt. Pamela, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it is my imagination. The townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge their behavior is unusual or not. You speak with them and see what you think. I hope to be proven wrong. I fear something is not right here. Are we getting a pod people plotline, chat? Are they replacing townsfolk, you think? That would be freaky. But not impossible. Neo-regulator equipped resident. Yo, you're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me, I got one of them Neo-regulators, registered it a little while ago. As soon as I did, display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. So close to nice. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems like the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. Only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I am going to be an endless. Evolve, live happily ever after. Yeah. Gonna hit a big old press X to doubt on that one. On the happily living happily ever after idea. Not sure that's how that's gonna go. Oh, please tell me you brought more Neo-regulators. Officially, they're all handed out already, but I heard rumors there were a few left. Really, the government has some. Or perhaps been seen. I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I heard it barely gave death a second thought. Now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Yeesh. Greetings. I remember you when you visited Queen Celine. Come check out our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Not knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified and clamor for Neo-regulators to reach a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, goes deeper, and we must cast it out. What? Yeah, that's weird. I would say that qualifies as something weird, Sven. Yeah. Somewhat concerning. Yeah. So what do you think? Was I right to worry? This is running out of their fear is palpable. Yes, that is it exactly. We're overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. But each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into a full-blown panic? Approximately now. Damelin, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm here with Lamanchi and Alphanum. Time to go. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. Oh, we are going. What?
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Yeah,
Death
that.
is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn.
Whoa.
Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you.
Concerning.
Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail.
I mean, not sheer chance.
Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
And yeah, if you don't want to die, no, absolutely terrible segue. It's time for our next break. Is what I'm getting at. Chat. So take this opportunity to take care of yourself a little bit. Get up, move around, grab some water, grab some caffeine, grab a snack, rest your eyes a little bit, do some stretches. Just take care of yourself a little bit, and so that the end is not cloaked in terror. And we'll be back to continue this real distressing cutscene here in about 3-ish minutes. So stay tuned, and we'll BRB. Welcome back, everybody. How are we doing? Let's continue this really worrying public service announcement here.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
Obviously.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death.
Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
It's messed up.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
Yeah. You should leave.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
Uh-oh.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated.
Like, this is a tough one to deal with.
Tulishola will aid you in whatever way we can.
Death is a struggle.
So please, remain calm.
Especially for, like I said, this is a group who didn't know death existed until, a week ago. They're not coping well.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
This is a tough one. Major General. Adorable. Fat shark.
Calix has access to the core system. Means if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not reach beyond, or not be beyond his reach. Yet if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Pokemon, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun the evacuations, and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In that case, best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calix is hiding now, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind there soon. You can't delude us forever.
Oof. My Alphino and Alizé are scuffed today. Messed up both of their voices. Been doing a lot of voice acting today. Body's feeling it.
Finance and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Carry on. Lokomat assesses her surroundings with grim determination. Yolo would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late Queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Look, Lamont. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made to her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in there, I suppose. We both felt that the people's joy as our own, yet alone, we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in the world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe, and that made me afraid. I wanted, and needed someone who shared that love and fear. Together we could do what we couldn't do by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wished that we could have been friends. When she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sven. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right, you're right. No, we're gonna stay silent on this one. And don't forget about me is a weird thing to say there. We don't need to be butt into that. Right. We got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. We patrol or see if Shell needs a hand, or... There you are! Hello, Shell. Oh, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alice and the others said you were here. Good news, Adamnon. We finally found a chink in Carrick's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed the Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. It has been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. I don't think this is where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took us so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Odds. Thank you for all the hard work. This is a huge step forward. And up. We need to take the lift to get up to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities, and have one of our own people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep it waiting. I don't know about you, but that sounds kinda like a dungo to me. Sounds a little bit like a dungeon. Some kind of multiplayer activity. So we are probably gonna go to a dungeon. I'll switch to Red Mage. I have not been doing well with the Black Maging in the dungeons. That's right, there's a completely different dungeon over there. What was this again? Underkeep. That's right. Ready to head up? Next up,
10th level. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe not a dungeon, but maybe. The pan made me think it wasn't. But no, there's a door. The door makes me think it is.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
You should be able to see better than we can. Oh, maybe that's racist. I don't know if Wilcomat's race actually has better night vision.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
Yep.
Got the lights working.
The door looks super locked, though.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
Nope.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City.
Right.
As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
I mean, I guess?
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author.
They had like a little file header.
We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
Smart
I
kid.
took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
You're a treasure is a weird thing to say. I feel like. Sounds like you need one of Janelle's energy tonics.
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but I appreciate the sentiment. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
I feel like he's been watching basically everything we've done, so how is this different?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Shale's like, bring it. Bring it. He does. We all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. And I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed. According to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now as for where that might be... Yes, this map matches my data. The room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located on the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. Up here. So, we should cut across this circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yeah, we should, but... Fortunately, the interior door is locked. I knew it was locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it's probably a card of some kind. Triple triad? Can't you know, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. In case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Seeing the state of this place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. Wouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well. Very well. Let's go to searching, shall we? Nods. Alright. I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. Again, searching Containment Complex 1029. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades, should you find yourself unable to proceed. So she was saying look in the personal belongings. I got like throwing out the recycling bin, desk organizer maybe. Office supplies, nothing else. Half open drawers. Appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. Failed to glance at the desk's former owner has left some things behind. Rifle through! Discover a card-shaped object. Electro surface is marked with a bold level 1. Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. Door, 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 door. Door, 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 door. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. It's open! You did it, Demonon! Yay! A good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious, though. Why are they a damn on a facility like this? Abandoned, even. It was run by Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture inside. Let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. Alright. Not a dungeon, interestingly enough. But a cool little area. We need to also get in this one. Probably not gonna work, right? Wah, wah. No good? Maybe we need a different card? Yes, the scanner's demanding a level secured 3 security clearance to open the lock. Much as the delay chafes me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms. If we stumble on the card we need. Start our search in the proto lab. That door's already open. We'll find a way through together, Shale. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Right. Now we need a level 3 card, which means we'll probably need to do a level 2 card to open, like, that door. Right? If I know my video games. Any thoughts, Steen? This room is fed up. Canister inserted in that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless?
but you could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way to the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Wilshire mentioned a locker over in that corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look? Locker, 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 locker. Locker. The correct combination, huh? Locker door is shut tight. Just by inputting the correct combination will open it. You've yet to uncover any potentials. Perhaps people will help. Tablet? Personal tablet? Today I began my employment at reservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me. When the equipment ladder arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise him, his genius intellect, yet he seems to be a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. This morning, I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of aether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Steen insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Valhalla colleagues, including the Proto-Lab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow, I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Deutero Lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant. It seemed prudent to back up my memory data. Nothing in there. I dug through this data tablet and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of Experiment 158 show a marked improvement in aether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master Calix. While I will become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number, along with a few of my remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number? Yes, curious. Bet that's the number. Keep my impatience. The means to track down Calix are close, so I'm itching to get my hands on them. Just double checking with everybody else. It all looks so complicated. Well, I'll have to ask Shale to teach me how to use these machines. He's not seemed about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Admitting inference candidate 2011930 considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158. Maximum value of 11509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it'll make sense later on. 158 was the improved one. So, I'm guessing it's 11509, huh? It's like the number keys on the pad to enter a combination. They're up to 5 digits, then press the confirm key. Okay, and you can kind of see some of these are, but it was 1 1 5 0
Nailed it. Locker pops open. Inside, you discover a level 2 security card. This is neat. Little bit of a puzzly room. Fun. Or a little puzzly area. Demlin, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. Oh, was that saying level 2? We needed level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Demlin. It's good like that. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I can't imagine I imagine they'd be more, what was the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation too, if you recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. I assume those who would not, or could not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read didn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex. Afterward, it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about it. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more on the other tablet there. Did, in fact. Right, let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Tutero lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. Let's back to the hub and the locked door across the way. Which will hopefully yield before our new security guide. I'll take the old one, if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. 4. Yep. So we got 2. We did. I'd already read the data tablet, so I don't need to read it again. Back out this way. We got 2 labs in this direction, huh? Security. 2. Yes, it opened. So where should we go first? Tutero lab or facilities? Let's start with the lab. Is this one? Well, it doesn't seem to have any power here. No, none at all. Possibly the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. What do you know? The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored at the Deutero lab, shall we? Shocked. Shocked, I tell you. What in the Squid Game? First thing it reminded me of. Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. It must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time. Then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Car? Daniel? That's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, same model as the one used as Heritage found. How did it send power to the other lab? Oh, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall.
directed to the Deutero lab. Which means we need to connect the generator to that cable. Yep. What about those patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? Probably. Yeah, but no, I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panels set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed. You could look around for any written procedures. I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. And would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Damelon? The rest of us can help by supplying a Damelon with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. Oh yeah. Speaking of, I forgot to turn on chat bubbles. I forgot to turn on chat bubbles. Is it in here? I don't know where they said the setting was. Item settings. My settings, probably. Seems likely. Let's see. Log window? Chat prompt. Chat bubbles. Enable. Yeah. Let's go. Sure, 50's fine. 2 rows. Cool. Yeah, we gotta turn the chat bubbles on. Those are cool. Got to do that. I remembered just in time for us to be done. Alright, we need to figure this out, huh? Got more Carl? These appear to be the data logs from a former age. My scholarly interest is piqued by the few of the labels. None are relevant to the task at hand. Plus, I have no luck locating any more security cards. Tetra will rely on our backup power strategy, I'm afraid. Then take a look at this diagram. There's a note in the bottom left about backup power. Configure the 4 circuit control panels to provide an uninterrupted path. Right. Roughly what I expected. These symbols must represent the room we're in. The square in the top left is Shale's terminal. In the bottom right should be the generator that Gulosha is working on. Hard to make out the rest. Assuming these are our 4 tile patterns, the bottom right is a square and top right is a half a circle? Something to get you started at least. Bottom right is a square, you say? This is a square. Yep. I was able to glimpse part of the warning sign behind the containers. What I could make out, it said, "Caution, circuit will not function with duplicate patterns." I don't know what that was. I suppose that means that only one type of each circuit pattern can be set at the same time? Right. Yeah, we saw this one was probably a circle. Look at this again. Let's see. Anything else from Michelle? Yeah, this one's a diamond. Why? Means this one has to be... That one was a triangle. This one is a diamond. He's connected to all the circuits. Your comrades. I'm a genius. What can I say? It worked! We did it, Amelin. I didn't even talk to Galulja. He probably could have told me something too, but we got there. The Totoro lab should be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the Early Days, is the title. Of course. I want to take a moment to bring up the contents. Oh, it looks like a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian institute for technological development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the storm surge, with Calix's design for new defensive solutions, funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. This account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the storm surge began. I was attending to my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age, and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to this somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion. I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? Shall we, chat? Shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Deutero lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure. Alright.
What's in the Deutero lab? This is very neat. Thank y'all for hanging out. Vibing while we do 7.3 here. I appreciate it. Energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Security card, please. I want a quick prayer. I didn't read all that. A quick prayer that that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Yep, bridge. So more pasta. Racking up our pasta. Seven creamy alpaca pastas now. Yeah. Examining the card scanner. Please don't die. I wasn't nervous till you said you might die. No, we're good. Ooh. Yeah. Move the silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. Let's go. No one ever dies here? No. It hasn't happened in at least an hour. That's above. Isn't that? What? The key to interdimensional fusion? That looks to be a schematic on the monitor. They try to make another one? And they've used it to make another key. But isn't it missing the shard inside, like the one Damelon has? Ah. He may be laboring under a misconception. Key was originally a Malala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, Preservation began working to harness its power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. But what might that tell us? The crystal itself is the key. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. No way. Now it makes sense. Codex can track the key because its vessel was made by Preservation. I believe there is much we may yet learn in this room. On our next visit, I'd like to enlist Ishtola's assistance for a more thorough investigation. I, too, am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Connex's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there's a security card here, which grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to be highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons. That means higher security clearance. Should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than level 3 is no good to us. Say... Yep, nobody ever dies in 14. Except when they do. Let's see. Storage crate. Document binders and miscellaneous objects. No keys. What do you got, Giljaw? Why are they making so many vessels? The other ones not work properly? Question. I'll search through these drawers. One of them is bound to find something. I'm sure of it. Maybe someone left a card on the shelf somewhere? I keep holding out hope that I'll find some evidence of my parents here, despite knowing there is none. About this cabinet drawer. Found a security card. Oh, did you just find a security card? That's a stroke of luck. So she'll examine it to be sure. Oh. Well, if it isn't exactly what we needed. Nice work, Damon. Yeah, I just have to look for the various shiny things. Yeah. I don't know why everybody has trouble finding things. Just look for things flashing and shining. Flickering. Oh, level 3! That should get us into the director's office. What was it you were hoping to find there again, Shale? You're saying a certain device is going to help us. Oh, right. I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. Don't know what that is. After we discovered the ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation, which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, you must assume that he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Like, I already assumed that was happening. Monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. Obviously he'd be watching the security cameras if he could hack into everything else. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river. We can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. I can analyze the device, see where it's rerouting all this surveillance traffic. Then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. Maybe the blue sparkles are a side effect of the echo. We can see canonically see them, but just never thought to question it. You know, that's a good point. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Sorry, I swore. No worries. No worries. If I can constantly speak wrong, you can certainly occasionally type extra things. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on the entirely wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Adamelon's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than him? That's right. I am kind of a beast. As long as I have between 3 and 7 friends, who already know the fights. Tends to help. Oh, speaking of cameras, that was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. I'll start the show then. It's like all the orange AoEs we see in dungeons. I like to think they aren't actually there. Well, yeah, sure. We see them thanks to our echo sense. You know, I hadn't really thought about it. But yeah, I think that's my headcanon now too, Krysa. Because obviously they're there for, gameplay reasons, but I kind of like it having an in-world justification that we're getting a, benefit from the echo. Because it definitely helps us in other ways, Like, you get powered up by the echo when we're struggling in fights, things like that. So why wouldn't it also, you know, give us insight into things and combat and things like that? I like it. I like it. Which is why we're so much better at everything than everyone else. Yeah. I don't know if they've ever justified it that way, but that's my headcanon now. I am adopting it. Let's start the show then. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here, though. We're almost out of time. We'll get through this little segment. Oh.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
I don't know if anybody else has seen K-pop Demon Hunters, but there's a character in that movie who has the same hairstyle. Where you just can't see anything about his face because his hair's covering it all up. And that's immediately what this made me think of.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
Uh-huh.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject.
K-pop Demon Hunters is actually legitimately a good movie, too. So, check it out if you haven't.
But I cannot. He and I are too different. In too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research.
Why do I feel like she's about to get murked?
I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
That would be the murking. Yep. Rip.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Told you no one ever dies here? Yeah, never. Damn. It's protocol. Wonder if we'll see that guy. He only wanted to leave, and he executed her. I checked the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calix. Ooh. Cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers.
I am not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after that, but it turns out they were captured by their pursuers. Yeah, it's very likely they died shortly after that. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm sure they managed to escape, because they probably didn't. They didn't regret their actions. Right. The Echo. Speaking of, Risa. Right, the Echo. Knowing that you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Ryle. Learning that, Sveen. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents, learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded. Oof. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. Unfloated! That's a new one. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one else could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right. Let's press on, shall we? Tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office! Yay! And just like a good content creator, the conclusion will be to continued. Because we're out of time, chat. We are totally out of time. So I'm gonna log out right here, and then we'll do this tomorrow. We'll be back bright and early to continue 7.3 right away. I hope y'all had a good time today. I'm liking the 7.3 story so far, and what they're doing with like those little like pseudo puzzle rooms. You know? Pretty cool. Pretty neat. I'm enjoying it. Bet no one dies there either. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be a real chill room, you know? Let's see. I don't want to raid anyone else doing 14 so that I don't spoil anything for myself or anyone else. So... I may just let y'all go and do your own thing today. TBH. If you decide to go watch somebody else play 14, feel free, of course. I can't stop you. But we will be doing it again in the morning. So I hope to see y'all then. Yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all do your thing. So, yes. Thank everybody for watching. Hold on, let me snooze again so I can do my spill. Thank you everybody for watching today. I hope you've had a great time. I'm having a good time with this. Let me pause the streamer thing. Well. Yep, hope y'all had a great time. We will be back tomorrow morning to continue 7.3, 10 a.m. Central, as per usual. So stay tuned. If you've enjoyed this, you can of course check me out at all the places down below, follow all the things, feel free to join the Discord. I have many VODs of our previous 14ing and other games on the Clips channel. I'm kind of behind on my VODs, but I'm catching up. I've been catching up, so feel free to check that out if you like.
And yeah, we'll see everybody tomorrow for more Final Fantasy XIV. So, take care of yourselves. Be good. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. And we will see you next time.